Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel Man United 90. This is going to be a pre-match or a Wolves versus Manchester United preview. This is coming after a long day in which we saw you know Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to Manchester United. So obviously very excited about that. If you missed my reaction video to Cristiano coming back to United, please go back and watch that video. Like it, share and subscribe. Like this video as well. In this video, I'm basically I will try to go over what I think will be the starting lineup for Manchester United against Wolves on this weekend. It is an away game. Just make sure my mic is okay. As always have difficulty with the placement of my match. Anyway, so it's an away game against Wolves. Obviously, I think this will be a great opportunity for Ole to start Rafael Varane. We definitely need him to forge a good partnership with Harry Maguire. Obviously Scott McTominay is missing, so does that mean Donny van de Beek might have a role to play in this game as a substitute, or maybe even who knows, he might start, because Ole did mention in his press conference that in the previous game Donny was pretty close with Matic to start the game, not with Matic, against it was either Matic or Donny, and in the end Matic started, which I think was if any other player was playing other than Matic, or Matic played too long. He should have played only 50 minutes at max, and Ole should have changed him. But anyway, so let's see what happens over the weekend. I will share what I think our starting lineup will be, and just for the sake of it, I might even go over what I think is our best starting lineup, considering CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo, and considering when Marcus Rashford is fit. So we'll go over that. But just so if you guys can see on my screen, let's see here. Oops. Don't wanna do that. Done. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Yeah. So I think obviously David De Gea starts. He had a pretty good game against Southampton. In our centre back pairing, I think it's obviously Harry Maguire, and I think this is a game for Varane to start, as I mentioned before. Just because in my previous videos, I think in one of my previous videos I mentioned we should play Varane before he goes to the international break, because if he doesn't get to play any minutes for United, and then he goes to play a match with France, who knows, he might pick up an injury just because he's not had that real game time with Manchester United. So I think Varane and Maguire as our centre back pairing. On the left hand side, of course, Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right. Now, interestingly, as you can see on my screen, I think Cavani starts, I think Greenwood starts, and I think Jadon Sancho starts. This is a bit of a stretch. It could be, but if we want to be more attacking, and considering we now have such an abundance of attacking players, Ole needs to utilize all of them, and he can't do it with two sitting midfielders. If he still applies to sitting midfielders in matches, then there's something wrong. Either that, or he should go for a central defensive midfielder in this transfer window. not in January, but this one. So I don't think we should play with Matic or Fred or McTominay or Fred or McTominay or Matic. Just one of them. All three of them, Matic, Fred, and McTominay, should not start together in any match. Period. So that's what I've gone with. So it's I guess it's more of a hope because who knows? Oli never really or whenever Fred and McTominay are available, he usually always plays them together. But since McTominay is injured and excuse me, the fact that Matic didn't really had a good game last time around, based on that fact and the fact that Jadon Sancho, he really needs to start full games. We paid 70 million for that player. There's no reason for him to come off the bench. So Jadon Sancho is a starting lineup player and he should start against Wolves. So based on all of these facts, I think in our midfield, Fred will be the sitting midfielder, with Pogba with less of an attacking role compared to what he had against Leeds. On the left, then Jadon Sancho, Bruno as our number 10, false 9, Mason Greenwood on the right, and Cavani as our striker. Now with Pogba, I don't mean to say that he is, he's going to play in a deeper role, but it's sort of going to be it'll be more like Jadon Sancho, Paul Pogba, and Mason Greenwood, and then Cavani up top and Bruno just behind them, but ahead of Pogba, Jadon Sancho, and Greenwood, I think. And Fred with our Fred as being just a sitting midfielder. Also because Varane is supposed to be very quick, so he could cover Fred. If Fred is in trouble, maybe Varane can help him out, and so that'll kind of balance each other out. So that's something to look out for, where exactly Pogba will play. But I think Pogba will start, Bruno will start, depending on if either or Cavani or Mason Greenwood, maybe they both won't start. I think considering all the players we have available for this game, I think this is our best starting lineup to go against Wolves. Now Ole might only play one of Cavani or Greenwood. In that case, Pogba goes towards the left, and then Jadon Sancho takes the right position, and up front you have either Cavani or Mason Greenwood. So we'll wait and see for that. Coming back to Donny van de Beek, again, he might come on as a substitute in the second half in place of Fred. He might come on for Paul Pogba, considering how good or bad of a game Pogba has against Wolves. But that's something to look out for. Again, it could easily be he might not be involved at all. So yeah, there you have it. That's my starting lineup prediction for Wolves against Manchester United on Sunday. Hopefully we get a good reaction from our team, considering the stinker we had against Southampton. Really, we should have won that game. It was 2 points dropped. There's nothing else to it. We dropped 2 points, and in that way we have to react. I mean, there's really, you can't. Ole should not consider anything less than 3 points in this game. And if he doesn't, he is automatically under pressure now, specifically because I think Ole has a pretty decent team. You can argue, he's missing a CDM, but I think it's come to a point where that's not enough of an excuse for him to not win any trophies anymore. He has to win trophies this year. As much as I back our manager, as much as I like him, as much as I want him to do good for United, um, I think this is that penultimate season for him. If our team doesn't perform good or doesn't win any trophy this season, it'll be trouble for the manager. It will definitely be trouble for Ole. Only because I think board have decently backed him. Board have given him the players that I feel like he wanted. So this season, I think 95% of the team is Ole's team, and so he has his team. Now he should show the results. And I think United are more than capable of going for a trophy this season. Especially now that we have Ronaldo, that just gives us an extra edge. When Romelu Lukaku signed for Chelsea and Grealish went to Manchester City, all of a sudden our signings seemed not enough for us to match those two teams, Chelsea and Manchester City. It seemed like they had improved their team more than we had improved our team, and in that sense, like Gary Neville said, even though we had improved, we might still come third this season or fourth. Liverpool looked pretty decent, to be honest, but us signing Cristiano Ronaldo, I think we are. You can't. Because Ronaldo is the best player in the world, and we have the best player in the world now. Literally, I mean, there's no excuse. Even if I want to come up with one, there's really no excuse. So I hope this season, I hope we go for the league and hopefully we deliver it. Who knows? Right. So let me just go over any points that I wanted to talk about and I haven't. Needed a reaction from after last game against Southampton. Already talked about that. Right. So I wanna now briefly go over what I think will be our best 11 considering all players are available. And as you can see on the screen, I don't know if it's here or there. If we have everyone available, I think you see two 25s over there with Pogba. I meant to say Scott McTominay, so right next to number 6 it should be 39. It's my mistake, but it should be Scott McTominay. So let's start from the back. David De Gea, Maguire and Varane is our best centre-back pairing. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw as our fullbacks. McTominay as our sitting midfielder. Pogba, Rashford and Jadon Sancho as our sort of three midfielders. But Pogba sort of our dynamic midfielder with Rashford and Jadon Sancho are flying wingers. With Cristiano Ronaldo as our out and out striker and Bruno Fernandes just behind him as a false 9 or number 10, however you see it. A very attacking lineup, but one that is more than capable of delivering. There's literally, I think, there are only 2 weak points, and considering David De Gea, it's not even. He had a pretty decent game against Southampton. If he performs like that and kind of improves on his set pieces, then I think we have a decent goalkeeper. I know I said it might come down to that, but having Cristiano Ronaldo, I basically think we might not be the team that has a lot of clean sheets. I think we'll be the team who just outscores the opposition. So I think that's where we are at, and in that case, we need a good enough goalkeeper, and I think we have a good enough goalkeeper. So the only weak point, like I said, is our defensive midfielder. Now, if you ask me, I personally feel like Scott McTominay has that capacity to graft in every game. When you see him play, you can sense that he gives his all, and he, takes it all in. He tackles, he absorbs tackles, he runs back and forth. So he definitely has that capacity to, be that guy. But is he that guy, or are we sort of accepting the fact that we could do better, but we won't, that sort of a thing. But other than that, there is quality in every position in that team. That is a pretty fierce team in my opinion. A team to compete with any other team in the world. A team that could go for the treble. Seriously, because the quality on each position is amazing, and you look at the depth we have two players, good players in every position now, apart from the CDM, of course. We actually have three players: McTominay, Fred, and Matic, and I don't think either of them are good enough. But that's basically it. So it looks like a great team. I hope we get to see this team play this season, barring one position, the sitting midfielder. I don't know who the best option is. I think McTominay can do a good job, because McTominay is better than Fred, is better than Matic, I think. And that's why he gets my nod in this team. But yeah, so with Ronaldo being back, amazing times. I can't wait for him to start again at Old Trafford, and fans singing "Viva Ronaldo." What a beautiful sight that will be! I cannot wait. I've been all day. I've been watching Ronaldo's old goals again with United, his matches, going over Twitter, trying to read all the tweets regarding Ronaldo's transfer saga that happened. It's been such a roller coaster of a day, filled with so many emotions. Just to and I mentioned this on my reaction video that I did for Ronaldo. It's as a person who spent his teenage years idolizing Ronaldo, watching Ronaldo play for Manchester United, and then to have this opportunity to watch him again for our team. It is as if someone gave us a time machine and said, have a go at it. And oh my God, we know he signed a 2-year contract, so the next 2 years, every match that Ronaldo plays, as a fan, I know I will cherish every single minute of it. I know it. So just looking forward to it and extremely happy about it. Anyway, guys, that's been my preview of match against Wolves. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. If you like the video, please subscribe. Hopefully lots more to come. I will do a post-match reaction video. So stay tuned for that as well. Win or lose or draw. Hopefully we win. We have to win, really. Otherwise, Ola is in great pressure. But whatever the results, I'll be here. Do a reaction video, and we'll go from there. Thanks again. Thank you so much for whoever has been watching so far along. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, share my video if you can, and then I'll see you until the next one. Take care, guys. Have fun. Bye.